she's giving a early 2000 example of why feminism was created. It wasn't for equal rights or anything like that.
I think the bottom line of it was the ability to choose, right? That's what it came down to, right? Feminism, it was the ability to choose, which means if a woman chose to uphold traditional values, that was her choice. That's feminism, right? And if a woman chose to take a less traditional route, that was her choice. That's feminism, right? Not all this whatever it is now. If somebody asks you a question, right? Define feminism. What would your answer be? Define modern feminism.
Damn. Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
I don't know what to call it, but I'm the type, if I meet you while I'm out, whether it's a day party, club, bar, whatever, wherever we meet, we exchange information, you came up to me, obviously. If I see you in another girl's face and you're exchanging information with her too, I'm not interested.
Bro, you gotta think, this how all these girls think, bro. I just met you and I'm gonna meet another girl and all of a sudden I can't get to know you because I met another girl. Don't you meet other dudes? Don't you give other dudes a chance? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why whenever you at a function, whether it's a house party, a club, a lounge, wherever you at, bro, you gotta scope out the scene and you gotta make smart decisions. You don't want to get caught looking thirsty in a bunch of women's faces, bro. That's gonna be a huge turnoff for all the other women there. You can't get caught looking thirsty. That's why you gotta move smart. You gotta walk around, you gotta scope the scene, you gotta see who with who, cause you never know who. So you gotta just peep stuff, bro. Then you make decisions accordingly.
I don't care. Like, I get so turned off. I don't care.
We don't care either. We can replace you. It doesn't matter. And guys, this is why I don't approach women in public.
And look, for the right dude, it don't even matter, bro. If it's the right dude that just do it for her, it don't matter if he in another girl's face, bro. If she really want him, she gonna pursue him, bro. Come on, man.
More because of issues like this. They want to control you. Oh, if you approached her, that means you belong to her now. If you approach her, you belong to her now. This is why when you're swiping on dating apps like Hinge, y'all don't know who I approach. Y'all don't know who I match with. You don't know who I'm dating. You don't know who match with me. These women want control of us. They want us to simp, but we said simp no more. Pimp, pimp, hooray. Pimp, pimp, hooray. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. Anyway, here's
mouth wide open. Come on, bro.
Girl that could possibly use this energy for good. Take a look.
I will never forget when I was on Pinterest and I saw a quote that said something like, either you go after the life that you want or you settle for the life that you get given. The way that I got out of bed and stood on business that day as far as my intentions, a girl has never been the same since. I will never forget.
So she's seen this on Pinterest. Either you go after the life you want or you're settled for the life you were given. And I thought that was really interesting because a lot of women, they'll take this and say, go after the job they want, go after the career they want. But you want a lifestyle outside of a job and a career. You actually want a lifestyle where there's love, affection, happiness. You can't get that without men. So my personal opinion, take this nice little quote from Pinterest and go after the man you want. Stop worrying about if he's talking to another girl. He's supposed to. He's the prize. You are not the prize. Okay? And I know women hate the...
Hey, look, this whole prize thing getting out of hand, bro. It's getting out of hand, man. Look. Nobody the prize. How about that? She ain't the prize. He ain't the prize. Neither one of y'all shit.
This, but guess what? Last
you ain't shit.
Check, the Breezy Bowl was packed with women chasing after Chris Brown, and he never did a goddamn thing for any of them.
Right.
He's on stage making a bunch of money, serenading on another girl on a nice red couch, and guess what? Girls are lining up to be next. So like I said, women love when men are the prize because you guys will throw yourselves at them. Well, you seen them throwing bras on stage, throwing panties on stage. And he never even met your father.
And then too, on top of that, girls don't want to do I was about to say, girls don't want to do that they feel like they better than. So what's wrong with the dude being the prize? Then I thought about it. These girls be wanting niggas they can control. Weak ass, spineless ass niggas that got no backbone, that agree with everything they say, right? They want a weak ass nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? They the one they can bully and run over. I don't know, man. I could be wrong, but y'all let me know.
What you mean? What you mean? Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
I see so much rhetoric about women talking about never give your 20s to a man, never get in a serious relationship with you when you're younger, yada, yada, yada. And I agree, but I disagree. Here's my thing.
Hold on. Mouth wide open.
I see so much rhetoric about women talking about never give your 20s to a man, never get in a serious relationship with you when you're younger, yada, yada, yada. And I agree, but I disagree. Here's my thing. I think the all-consuming love, a lot of women have expressed that they feel like they can't date because they need to focus on themselves. They need to focus on their career. They don't want to be tied down. They want to be able to explore and do the things that they value. They want to be independent. And I think the real true core of that is that a lot of people date without boundaries. A lot of people get lost in their relationships. And the only way to figure out how to maintain your independence while still being in a relationship with somebody else is to practice. It's not just to have the absence of relationships. Does that make sense? Is that tracking? And I think that an even step further in this conversation is a lot of women feel like if I'm not ready to give my entire self to my spouse and then furthering that to my kids, then I'm not ready to enter into that world. What I will say to that though is, and I feel like if you ask anybody who's been married or has children and is on the other side of it, their kids have left the house now, or they're in their, what is that when your kids leave and you're an empty nester, that phase of life. Never, ever, ever, and I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, give your entire being and or self, your existence as a human being, your happiness, putting that into the hands of any other human being. I don't care if it's your spouse. I don't care if it's your kids. In order for your kids to be happy and healthy, you have to be happy. In order for your relationship to be happy, thriving, healthy, you have to be happy. And consistently losing yourself in your relationship or giving up your independence or not remaining and having your boundaries and making time for yourself, you will become bitter and unhappy because nobody will appreciate that sacrifice the way that you.
It's so funny that women who've never been married, never had kids, going out giving relationship advice from just a spectator, all from just being a spectator. They're going to tell you how to play football by watching on the sidelines. Oh, you play football like this. You never know. How would you know? How would you know? You never been on the field. You never felt that pressure. So what are you talking about? But this is what women do all the time. They're going to advise you from the sidelines how to play the game. Now, here's some things I thought was interesting about what she said. I agree. People, they want to date without any boundaries whatsoever, right? They don't want to be tied down in a relationship. In their 20s, they want to have a whole phase. They're telling themselves, well, if I can't commit 100% as a wife, I'm going to just have no boundaries. I'm going to just be free to explore. And when girls say explore, that means they're going to have a whole phase. They're going to be exploring and learning themselves on top of different eggplants.
Yo, I'm about to have an interview with this girl, and one of my questions, y'all let me know if I should ask her this question, right? Matter of fact, let me make sure I get it right, because I typed it in my notes earlier today. And I'm going to ask her this question, not because she a hoe, but she a girl, and she will have more of an opinion about hoe phases, right? The girl herself is not a hoe. I just want y'all to know that. But the question that I'm going to ask her is, what are the benefits of a hoe phase? Matter of fact, I'm going to get even more. List 3 benefits of a hoe phase. That's what I want to know. Give me 3 benefits. Not Not, you know what I'm saying? 3 actual benefits to having a whole phase, bro.
She's gonna be on this eggplant today, that eggplant tomorrow, eggplant university. But what I think is interesting about this, they think that's gonna prepare them for marriage. That's gonna prepare them to be a wife. No, it's not. No, it's not. Dating is a skill. You need practice. I'm telling you. I'm 37 years old and I still be refining my skills. I still realize like, oh shit, I gotta do this. I be doing things that I know not to do, but I forgot not to do them. That's why you gotta be.
I think a lot of things come with humility as well. When you humble enough to still learn. When you humble enough to recognize your own mistakes and know that you're wrong, and you're not too arrogant to just think that it's not you, it's somebody else. When it's you, like just being humble enough to still learn, still change, still adjust. You know what I'm saying?
Freshening. A lot of dudes, even dudes in the red pill or in the manosphere, they're giving dating advice and they've been married for 20 years. You know what the issue with being married for 20 years? You forget things you've never had to use. A lot of things that I'm doing right now that's working for dating is because I've been using them right now. Right now. So they're fresh on my mind. You know what I'm saying? So unless you're in that position, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Lady, you might have opinions, but it's just conjecture. Until you've lived a whole life, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh yeah, in order for your kids to be happy, you need to be happy. False. A lot of kids can be happy and their parents are miserable. No kids are not happy just because their mom's happy. Oftentimes the dad's unhappy and the kids are still happy.
Mouth wide open, bro. Y'all don't edit y'all fucking what's the shit called? When you post on TikTok, you can edit the cover. You know what I'm saying? You can edit the cover. So when people click on it, the picture they see is whatever you edited for them to see, bro.
Haven't slept with daddy, but the kids are still happy because mommy and daddy are together and they get to see them both. So what are you talking about? Anyway, here's a video I thought was interesting as well. Take a look.
I just came across what has to be the most egregious pick-me I've ever had the displeasure of encountering in my fucking life. When I say her entire page is about hating women, and then specifically black women, and to make it worse, she is a black woman. She said it was ugly women and hoes that started feminism. Ugly women and hoes that started feminism. So that lets me know you're a pick-me and a stupid. Yup. Because then her.
So what if she said that? So what if it's true? What if feminism was started by a bunch of ugly women and a bunch of hoes? Like, what if it's true? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Look, I don't think first wave feminism itself was a problem. I think it just evolved into something that I don't know. If you took the women from like first wave feminism and let them see what it's turned into now, what you think they would have to say about it? You think they would be like, you think they would agree with it? Or you think they would be tripping? You think they would be like, damn, y'all females different. That edge glue got you acting different. Them lashes got you acting different. You know what I'm saying? Them wigs got you acting different.
Example is like of an after club scene, or you're out with your homegirls and then a boy tries to talk to you and then the ugly friend is trying to cock block. She's giving
that is true. It is always a less attractive friend trying to block. That's for damn sure. Let me rewind because I got to hear what she said.
After club scene, or you're out with your homegirls and then a boy tries to talk to you and then the ugly friend is trying to cock block.
You know what I'm saying? Cock blocking might have turned into feminism.
She's giving a early 2000 example of why feminism was created. It wasn't for equal rights or anything like that.
I think the bottom line of it was the ability to choose, right? That's what it came down to, right? Feminism, it was the ability to choose, which means if a woman chose to uphold traditional values, that was her choice. That's feminism, right? And if a woman chose to take a less traditional route, that was her choice. That's feminism, right? Not all this whatever it is now. If somebody asks you a question, right? Define feminism. What would your answer be? Define modern feminism. Type it in the comments. And don't be petty, don't be facetious, don't be, you know what I'm saying? Be for real. Define feminism. Type it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, man.
Vote, the right to bodily autonomy, the right to have a bank account, the right to own property. It wasn't for the right to your own children. It wasn't for any of those things. It's because ugly women and were haters and hoes wanted to be hoes. And then she
got a point. Early feminism was against the free sex movement. So even though it might have started for a certain purpose, it has been repurposed all along. Second strain, third strain feminism, they're very different. So this whole phase, be sexy red, be type of vibe that we're in this level of feminism, was not the beginning. Feminists were against the free sex movement. They were not for it. Now, all feminists are for it. Your body, your choice. Sleep around, do whatever the hell you want. If a man can do it, you can do it too. It was never supposed to be that. It was supposed to be so women could have the choice between being in the marketplace, being in the job market, or not. Okay? All these other things you're talking about, they're long gone. They're long gone. So this idea that, oh yeah, this girl's stupid. She's a big mean. She's so dumb. She's so dumb. Feminism was not thinking about black women. Let's keep it real with you. It was not thinking about black women. So I don't know what y'all talking about thinking that feminism was so concerned about black women. Feminism doesn't give a damn about black women. Doesn't give a damn about black women. If feminism gave a damn about black women, then how come more black women are unmarried, unhappy, single baby moms on antidepressants than there's ever been? And feminism has been around as long as it possibly can be. This is the longest it's been around. And so, for all the history of feminism, look at where we're at right now. Women are miserable. I know because I do videos on this shit every day. Every day.
And look, this woman right here is fine, bro. Brown skin. You know what I'm saying? She should have a man. She shouldn't be worried about what another woman said on TikTok. She shouldn't be this angry. You know what I'm saying? It be the mindset. Beautiful woman, worried about the wrong thing. Worried about things that people don't really care about. Like, you so worried about somebody's opinion on the origin of feminism. Why does that matter to you so much, bro? So much that you got on here and made a TikTok video about it, man. I don't know, bro. I guess these things were supposed to happen so we can have these examples as talking points.
They ain't too hungry in this bitch.
That's why I
But
say
at the same time,
nothing.
he could look at you
And say the same thing, which is why I feel like right now, like with all the niggas swarming my shit, I don't take dating serious right now.
So, you not dating?
I don't think I am.
So you like being single?
No. I love the simple fact of going home to, or knowing that I have somebody on lock, like not on lock, but like having somebody to call my own at that given time. Being single, like, it's just too much going on. It's too many options.
So how many dudes you think you could entertain at once? Look, man, y'all like the video. LIKE, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?